You know, I've been watching YouTube since 2007, and I've learned a lot of things in those 13 years. If there's any one thing on YouTube that's consistent, it's inconsistency. YouTubers will be massive one day and then irrelevant just a year later. YouTubers will one day be controversial and hated and then universally beloved the next. On the flip side, YouTubers will be universally beloved one day and then controversial and hated the next. The unpredictability of YouTube is part of what makes it so fun. But one of the very few consistent things about YouTube is that Jenna Marbles has always been relevant and loved. It seems like most YouTubers at some point end up in some kind of a scandal where other YouTubers make exposed videos about them. But no major player on the website has ever done this to Jenna. She's always been this universally loved creator. No matter how toxic the internet can be, I've never heard anyone have anything negative to say about Jenna Marbles. So color me confused when on June 25th of 2020, Jenna comes out with a video where she apologizes about the offensive nature of many of her videos from the past, along with the announcement that she might be quitting her YouTube channel entirely. She might be quitting YouTube, but in my opinion, Jenna Marbles owes nobody an apology. This is the definitive defense of Jenna Marbles.
I give this like a 10 out of 10. I think I'm a natural beauty.
Oh, look, a comment from Jack's Films. If Hangover had a hangover, it would look like Kermit.
I think we also learned that there's two ways to go through life. One, you could just sit back and enjoy the ride, or two, you can just scream the entire time.
Disclaimer. Before I get into this, I want to make a few things clear. Firstly, I am in no way defending racism, slut-shaming, or any other form of bigotry, nor am I defending every action anyone I discuss in this video has ever made in their entire lives. Bigotry is obviously a disgusting thing. The only thing that I'm defending in this video is Jenna Marbles' character in 2020. Secondly, Jenna's well within her right to do whatever she wants with her channel, even if I don't like it. I'm not trying to tell her what to do, I'm just trying to give my thoughts on the whole situation. Got it? Cool. You know, looking back on the last 13 years I've been on this site, I think I've been taking Jenna Marbles for granted. It's so rare for a content creator to make videos consistently funny and entertaining for a whole 10 years. If I were to make some kind of arbitrary WatchMojo list of the 10 most iconic YouTubers on the site's history, Jenna would definitely be on it. But like any good story, we have to go back to the very beginning. Jenna Marbles started her official YouTube channel in February of 2010. This was back when the most subscribed YouTube channel was Ryan Higa. Oh god, I'm old. She first became popular with her video, How to Trick Other People into Thinking That You're Good Looking. You need to keep in mind that YouTube was a wildly different website 10 years ago. Back in these days, YouTube was basically an anarchist Wild West version of the YouTube that we have now. Quality cameras, lighting, and editing were basically non-existent. If you wanted to be a big YouTuber these days, you either needed to be an animator, or make sketch comedy videos alone in your room with a camera that recorded in 240p, then edit it all together on Windows Movie Maker because it came free on your laptop. It isn't difficult to see why Jenna became popular from this video. Her personality is unique and her comedic timing's great, and she makes fun of herself just as much as she makes fun of anybody else. I think one thing that she had going for her that set her apart was that she used editing to improve the comedic timing. Most YouTubers would just edit out whenever they flubbed a line. Seeing it be used as a fun visual gag really set Jenna apart. This video exploded, gaining over 5 million views in just a week. Jenna began consistently uploading comedy videos. She was funny, relatable, and honestly, her dogs were just as much of a character as she was. Just 14 months after Jenna started making comedy videos, her channel reached 1 million subscribers. And as of February of 2013, just 3 years into making videos, she became the 4th most subscribed channel on YouTube. Over the years, she made guest appearances on so many iconic YouTube videos. She took part in an episode of Epic Rap Battles of History. She was in The Annoying Orange. She was in the Smosh movie. Dear God, can we please forget about the Smosh movie? She parodied Miley Cyrus on YouTube Rewind 2013. Also, her beef with Jax Films, where they just make fun of each other's dogs, is like the most wholesome YouTuber beef I've ever seen.
Now, as you can see, there are many ways you can fix this garbage dog, but perhaps the quickest and easiest way is to just replace it with a much better dog, like Sunday. Boom, fixed your dog. Another cool way to fix your dog is to delete him altogether, because the only good Kermit is no Kermit.
She established herself as a YouTube icon. Over the last 10 years, her channel has changed a lot. Being a fan of Jenna has always been exciting because we get to see her adapt and change over time as we do. She transitioned from making comedy videos 10 years ago to making more vlog-style videos now. Her content's just so friendly and inviting and easily digestible. Across all of her 10 years at YouTube, she managed to always be relevant, popular, and universally beloved by everybody. I've literally never met anyone who had anything negative to say about Jenna in person or online. She used her charming personality and charisma to reach a point where today, Jenna's channel towers over a vast majority of channels on this site, with over 20 million subscribers.
It's time for the moment you've been waiting for.
The 10 years of fun came to a screeching halt in June of 2020, where Jenna released a video simply titled, "A Message." In this video, Jenna apologizes for videos that she had posted in her past for being offensive.
I'm being requested that I address things that I've done in my past.
Jenna claims that many people brought up all of these past videos as a way to tarnish her character. These videos included content that, in Jenna's words, were racially insensitive, slut-shaming, and making jokes based on cis-normative gender stereotypes. Jenna admits that she regrets making these jokes and that she deeply apologizes for making them.
The first two things that I would like to address is the fact that there are people that were offended that I did blackface as Nicki Minaj in 2011. So as you can see, I said, "Hey Ching Chong Wing Wong, shake your King Kong Ding Dong. Sorry that was racist, I'm bad at rap songs." It's awful, it doesn't need to exist. The next thing I would like to apologize for is a video that I posted in 2012 and made private shortly thereafter. This was one of the hardest years of my life, and I made a video that came across unbelievably slut-shamey. I'm also sorry for, I used to make a lot of content about like what girls do and what guys do.
Then, she admits that she deleted 2 billion views worth of videos from her channel. Finally, she drops the bombshell that she may potentially be abandoning her YouTube channel entirely.
I'm not sure that I want to continue doing stuff on this channel, and I don't want to put anything out in the world that's gonna hurt anybody. So I need to be done with this channel for now or for forever. I don't know.
In my opinion, Jenna Marbles owes nobody, not a single soul, an apology. Like I said, this video is not defending bigotry. This video is, though, a defense of Jenna Marbles' character in the year 2020. Bringing up these videos as a way to harass Jenna or to try to convince others that she's a bad person or to end her career is absolutely absurd. Watching Jenna's apology video, you can see that she tells us when these videos are uploaded. The newest video that people used to tear her down came from 2012. A full 8 years ago.
In 2011. This is also from 2011. The next thing I would like to apologize for is a video that I posted in 2012.
Were these videos problematic? Absolutely. But to use these videos to try to claim that Jenna is the same person now that she was 8 years ago is insane. There's a famous saying that any logical person can get behind. Actions speak louder than words. And if you paid attention to Jenna's whole career on YouTube, you would see that she's a changed person and that her content reflects that. She says that in her message that she has no interest in offending anyone, and that she tries to keep her videos as inclusive as possible.
I don't want to offend anyone. I'm not interested in it. I'm not interested in making anyone feel bad.
She doesn't need to say this though, because if you've been paying attention, you would have seen that for yourself. Her modern content is as inclusive as it gets. I challenge you to look back at the last several years of her channel and try to find a single off-color joke or comment that would at all indicate that Jenna is a bigoted person. You can't, because it's just not there. I would love to go into the details about how she's changed as a person and how her content's changed, but I think a more effective thing to do would be to show you a video of her talking about this very subject. A video that she put out 4 years ago.
I'm fucking gay, I hit my leg, like in front of us.
Yeah, someone was like, I didn't like when she made fun of him by calling him gay, but it shows how she's grown in the past few years as a person. It's very true. I've said words in the past that just aren't okay. A lot of my older videos, like I said some words that are just offensive. I think having a comment section and always reading the comments has helped me a lot as a person. You know, kind of grew up and realized that I don't want to talk like that. I don't want to be like that. I don't want to use the words that I used, and so I just stopped.
But you know what? This Jenna Marbles situation reveals a tumor growing on internet culture that is so dangerous that if we don't do something to fix it soon, it will literally destroy the culture of YouTube as we know it. It is amazing to me how proficient as a society we have become at tearing each other down for things that people have said in the past. Cancel culture has somehow crept its little way into the forefront of internet culture and is now what I believe to be the single most toxic behavior constantly displayed on the web. Cancel culture is so toxic that it will literally destroy entertainment. Jenna made some jokes in her past that she regrets, but you want to know who else has made jokes in the past that they regret? Literally every human being on the planet. I want you to seriously look back at every joke you've made in your entire life. Do you stand by every joke you've ever made? Probably not. You can probably look back on some disgusting or offensive joke you've made in your past. You probably feel some type of regret or shame when you think about it. And you know what? That is a good thing. That is a very good thing. The fact that you see those jokes you used to make as shameful means that you've grown as a person since then. I'm a part of this too. As people, we all make mistakes, and we learn to be better people because of those mistakes. Nobody, and I mean nobody, is perfect.
What you're feeling is called shame. It means you're getting better.
The problem with cancel culture is that there is no forgiveness. It doesn't matter how much you have grown as a person privately throughout the years. The Twitter hate mob will never care. They see your face, and they see what you said in the past, and then they only have blind rage. They don't see the 10 years of growth and development you've privately made as a person. They just see you as another enemy. They ignore all the mistakes they've made in the past. They pretend that they're saints. Meanwhile, they hold you accountable for something you said in your past. We judge ourselves by our intentions, and we judge others by their behavior. Nobody is safe from cancel culture. Do you think that you're above this? Do you think that you have inclusive content that's harmless? Well, guess what? Somewhere out there's a blue checkmarked smooth brain who thinks that you're the problem. Once that happens, you are the bad guy, and then you are canceled.
He poisoned our water supply, burned our crops, and delivered a plague unto our houses! He did? No, but are we just gonna wait around until he does?
Jenna said that when she made those videos in the past, she didn't initially see anything wrong with them. She also said that she tries to make her content in 2020 as inclusive as possible. You know what that means? With 10 years of growth and development, she looks back at her old content as a problem. And 10 years from now, she'll probably see some glaring issues with her 2020 content that she doesn't see today. Every single one of us are saying and doing things every single day that we see nothing wrong with, but as time goes on, we'll look back at those things and be disgusted with ourselves. And all of that is okay. Every single day, we're trying to become better people. Also, you want to know what I think is more toxic than any video Jenna's ever made? The person who sees a rising internet star and then combs through everything they've ever said, created, or tweeted, looking for a single thing that hasn't aged well, and then releasing the Twitter mob to cancel them. I feel like cancel culture seemingly encourages people to never admit that they've ever made a mistake in the past and that they've learned from it. It seems to encourage people to just delete everything they've ever made or said and then pretend that they've never done anything wrong. Don't you think that sends a bad message? Don't you think that holds us to some unrealistic standard? Everyone with an internet presence, just torch anything you've ever made once it reaches 3 years old. The way I see it, we on the internet have two paths in front of us, and we need to walk down one of them. The first path is where we practice things like forgiveness, understanding, and acknowledging that nobody is perfect. Or we can go down path number 2. Path number 2 is whenever someone gets a single iota of success, we go back in time to every tweet, YouTube video, and high school yearbook signature they've ever put out into the world their entire lives. And once we find one momentary lapse in judgment, we tear them down forever over it. Do you know how many entertainers would be left in the world if we go down path number 2? None! There would be no more entertainers. I don't care how much you love your favorite YouTuber or singer or actor now. They have said or done things in their past that they regret today. Don't you love the way Philip DeFranco discusses current events in a fair and balanced manner? Well, here's what his videos looked like a decade ago.
Just make sure that in the title you have something about big boobs, blondes, dancing, slutty girls, or something pertaining to a vaginal nature.
Oh, this Ryan Higa guy, he's so down to earth. What a good guy. Well, here's a video he made in 2009.
Kiss, kiss, kiss. I'm gonna grab your face and shove from wall to wall. I don't care if any of the neighbors call. Then I'm gonna crack a bottle, let my body water, and shove it in your face because you think you're a model. That's not even your song. You son of a...
Oh, that Joji guy, such a talented musician, right? Ah, such good songs. Well, here's what he put out on YouTube in 2011.
Deal with the N-word. Am I allowed to say it or am I not allowed to say it? Yeah, I totally get it. A black guy says the N-word, everything is cool. When I say it, shit goes wrong.
You want to know what our destination is at the end of path number 2? If we go down that way, we'll have a generation of creators with massive potential to innovate the way we look at entertainment, but they'll do nothing with any of that potential because they're scared. They're scared of getting canceled. Do you know what YouTube culture is going to look like? We'll have a fascist dystopian YouTube where the only channels that can get popular are channels like Watch Mojo, or BuzzFeed, or the Fine Bros, or any of the thousands of boring carbon copies of those channels. Quite frankly, that is not a future that I have any interest in seeing. So you know what? When it comes to Jenna Marbles, I'm going to choose forgiveness. I stand with Jenna Marbles, and you should too. And you know what else? I really hope Jenna isn't actually quitting, because if she does, YouTube is going to be a worse place without her.
Cancellation only exists within your own mind. You are only as canceled as you choose to be. The outside world surely will try to cancel you as best as they can. They'll pull out all the stops, but they can't cancel you. Only you can cancel you.
To understand that we need to forgive the people that he is holding hostage with veiled threats of exposure. We need to be prepared to forgive them. Otherwise, this won't stop. So prepare to not cancel everyone and give them a chance. It's not right. It is not right to try to trap people.
Go click on any trend on the Discover page and you'll see enraged psychopaths viciously attacking each other like someone kicked over a hornet's nest. It's a site where otherwise calm people go to have an emotional meltdown. Basically, if you're looking for healthy discussion, you've come to the wrong place.
This needs to be a focal point here, because if we move, this is very different from the other adpocalypses where it was offensive opinions on political issues. This is, now we're getting rid of jokes. Now we're getting rid of late night programs. Now we're going after entertainers exclusively because it might offend somebody. Not because of libel, not because of slander, not because of breaking the law, not because of actual targeted harassment. They're already coming for you for jokes or for even covering now controversial opinions.
What kind of humor, seriously, what kind of humor out there would offend 0 people on the planet?